Hello students, welcome you all for Standard 10th Science and Technology Part 2 Digital class. I hope you all must be staying safe in your houses. Let's begin with our next lesson. Can you recall which components of the living organisms carries hereditary characters? Just observe the given picture. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell contains the nucleus, the main controlling part, which contains the genetic material, that is chromosomes. These chromosomes are made up of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Students, all this you have already learnt in standard 9th. What do we call to the process of transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to the progeny? Look at the picture. Cat's young one, that is kitten, looks like mother cat. Same way, if we sow the mango seed, from it mango plant will only grow. So, there is a transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to the progeny, that is, to their offsprings. The process of transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to their progeny is known as heredity. As we have said that DNA plays very important role in the process of heredity. Let's see the components of DNA. Just observe the diagram. The model of the DNA is also known as double helix structure. This model was proposed by the scientists Watson and Crick. DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. Each strand in the molecule of DNA is made up of many small molecules known as nucleotides. There are four types of nitrogenous bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Adenine always pairs with thymine and cytosine always pairs with guanine. In the structure of the nucleotide, a molecule of a nitrogenous base and phosphoric acid are each joined to a molecule of sugar. What is heredity? Transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes is known as heredity. So students, we are going to start with lesson number 1, heredity and evolution. I hope you all must have your science 2 textbooks. Just open page number 1 of your textbook and mark the definition of heredity. Let's begin. As we have said that heredity is the transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes. Let's see the structure of gene. Each chromosome is made up of single DNA molecule. Segments of the DNA molecule are called as genes. Due to the variety in the sequence of nucleotides, different kinds of genes are formed. These genes are arranged in a line. Genes control the structure and function of the cells and of the body also. They also transmit the hereditary characteristics from parents to offsprings. Hence, they are said to be functional unit of heredity. That is why many similarities are seen between the parents and their offsprings. Information about the protein synthesis is also stored in the genes. In standard 9th, you have already studied about Johann Gregor Mendel. he has done many experiments on pea plant and has given the laws of inheritance. So, the study of heredity is known as genetics, and Johann Gregor Mendel is known as father of genetics. Mendel studied the traits of pea plants. A trait is a specific characteristic such as seed color or height. Students, if you are remembering, we have learnt about the pea plant's dominant and recessive characters. After Mendel, that is after 1886, many other scientists have given their discoveries in genetics. In 1901, Hugo de Rice has proposed the mutational theory. In 1902, Walter and Sutton has first observed paired chromosomes in grasshopper. In 1944, Ostwald Avery, Mellin McCarthy, Colin McLeod discovered that DNA is present in all living organisms. In 1961, Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod told about the protein synthesis. So, students, the science of heredity is useful for diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of hereditary disorders, production of hybrid varieties of animals and plants, and in industrial processes in which microbes are used. Students, you all must be knowing that nowadays we all are facing the corona pandemic situation. This corona pandemic has been caused because of COVID-19 virus. The vaccine for this corona pandemic, the research is going on, and for that this genetics is very much helpful. Now let's see the structure of RNA and DNA. Same like DNA, there is one more nucleic acid which is present in the nucleus of the cell, which is known as ribonucleic acid. Now just observe the diagram over here. DNA and RNA both are little bit same, as well as they are little bit different also. Just observe it. The RNA is single stranded and DNA is having double stranded, double helix structure. DNA contains the 4 nitrogenous bases as cytosine, guanine, adenine, thymine, and RNA contains cytosine, guanine, adenine and uracil. In place of thymine, uracil is present in RNA. Now let's see 3 types of RNA. All this part we have already studied in standard 9th. RNA is of 3 types: mRNA, that is messenger RNA, tRNA, that is transfer RNA, and rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. Each RNA type is having its own functions. mRNA carries the instructions for making a protein from a gene, the DNA in the nucleus, and delivers it to the site of translation, a ribosome. It is complementary copy of a segment of DNA. tRNA, that is transfer RNA. It carries amino acids to the ribosomes where they are assembled into proteins. They have a 3 nitrogen base sequence that is complementary to the mRNA codon. And the third one is ribosomal RNA, that is rRNA. This part of the structure is of ribosome. Some genetic disorders occur due to abnormalities in the chromosomes, such as Down's syndrome, sickle cell anemia, etc. Central dogma. With the help of RNA, the genes present in the form of DNA participate in the functioning of the cell and thereby control the structure and functioning of the body. Information about the protein synthesis is stored in the DNA, and synthesis of appropriate proteins as per the requirement is necessary for body. These proteins are synthesized by DNA through the RNA. This is called as central dogma. So students, just write all these definitions in your notebook. So central dogma is nothing but the concept map of the lesson as we write. So this central dogma just give the information about the protein synthesis and coding related to it. Now let's see what is meant by transcription. Just observe the slide. In transcription, the information in the DNA of every cell is converted into small portable RNA messages. So, transfer of DNA into mRNA, that is protein synthesis, is known as transcription. The sequence of nucleotide in mRNA being produced is always complementary to the DNA strand used for synthesis. Besides uracil in RNA instead of thymine of DNA. This process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription. Mark the definition on textbook page number 1. So, the mRNA is complementary to the structure of DNA. That is, as we have seen the pairing of nitrogenous bases, same way the complementary mRNA get automatically produced so that protein synthesis starts. Now just observe how the transcription process takes place and how the complementary mRNA gets formed by the DNA. So here the process of mRNA has been shown, which takes place inside the nucleus. So the genes which are present on the chromosomes, they are expressed as proteins. For that, two main stages are there. First one is transcription. DNA information is copied to RNA. This process occurs in the nucleus. The second one process is translation. RNA information used to construct a protein. This process occurs in the cytoplasm. From DNA molecule, mRNA will get formed, the strand of mRNA. This strand of mRNA further forms the proteins by the help of tRNA, that is transfer RNA, and this is known as translation. mRNA formed in nucleus comes in cytoplasm. It brings the coded message from DNA. Students, as we all know the pattern lock system for our mobile phones. If the pattern will match, then only the mobile lock will gets open. Same way here also, same like the jigsaw puzzle or lock and key method, the codes are there. The message contains the codes for amino acids. The code of each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides, and so it is known as triplet codon. Now here just observe the RNA molecule, and here the triplet codons have been formed by the group of 3 nucleotides together. These 3 nucleotides may be in combination of any 3, that their sequence is not the same everywhere. Now let's see what is translation. Just observe the diagram. This diagram is also given on page number 2. Each mRNA is made up of thousands of triplet codons. As per the message on mRNA, amino acids are supplied by tRNA. For this purpose, tRNA, that is transfer RNA, has anticodon having complementary sequence to the codon on mRNA. This is known as translation. So just observe the diagram. As I said, here lock and key, or like a jigsaw puzzle, the mRNA and tRNA both are having complementary structures to each other, and if the structure matches, then only the information gets transferred. Now next part is translocation. So students, we have first seen transcription, then we have seen the translation. In transcription, from DNA, the information or proteins are synthesized by the help of mRNA. In translation, from mRNA to the tRNA, that is transfer RNA. And now let's see what is meant by translocation. Just observe the diagram again. The amino acids brought in by tRNA, that is transfer RNA, are bonded together by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA. During this process, the ribosome keeps on moving from one end of mRNA to other end by the distance of one triplet codon. This is called as translocation. So here, as you can see here, the ribosome has been shown by purple color. This ribosome is moving from one end of the RNA to the other end, and during that process the information is transferred from mRNA to tRNA and from tRNA to the amino acids. So here this video is showing how exactly the translocation process takes place. So coding of information is there in transcription, translation and translocation process. Now these are some important points to remember, and also you all write all these important points in your notebook. Each mRNA is made up of thousands of triplet codons. As per the message on mRNA, amino acids are supplied by the tRNA. For this purpose, tRNA has anticodon having complementary sequence to the codon on mRNA. This is called as translation. The amino acids brought in by tRNA are bonded together by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA. During this process, the ribosome keep on moving from one end of mRNA to other end by the distance of one triplet codon. This is called as translocation. Such many chains come together to form complex proteins. Now, the next part is mutation. Now, during the process of transcription, translation and translocation, sometimes the position of some nucleotides, that is their sequence, may get changed, and because of that the new copy of DNA gets formed, and this is nothing but known as mutation. Because of mutation, we see changes or differences between the parents and their offsprings. Living organisms can produce new individuals like themselves due to genes only, and some of those genes are transmitted to the next generation without any changes. Due to this, some of the characters of parents are transmitted to their offsprings. However, sometimes sudden changes occur in those genes. Sometimes any nucleotide of the gene changes its position. That causes a minor change, which is nothing but known as mutation. Just mark the definition of mutation on page number 2, second last paragraph. Now here, how exactly the mutation occurs has been shown. Just observe it carefully, that the sequence get changed in the process of mutation. Some mutations may be minor, but some may be considerable. For example, mutation may cause the genetic disorders like sickle cell anemia. This is a everlasting process, and it is one of the proof for Darwin's theory of natural selection. Darwin's theory of natural selection we will see in the next part of the lesson. So just have a quick recap of the lesson. Today we have learnt about definition of heredity, central dogma, transcription, translation, translocation and mutation. Write down all these important points from the video in your notebook. So read the lesson thoroughly, mark the important points in the textbook, write all the important points from the video. Thank you.